Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be making for you some Jamaican rice and peas, and some oxtail and some grilled salmon. So this is my peas. So I am doing this video pre-recorded. So I'm going to be washing my peas, my red peas straight from Jamaica. And I'm going to pour enough in my bowl. And I'm going to be washing this with some cold water. So you wash it like so, you put your hands in and you just take them up and rub them. And you do this, guys, because sometimes the peas are dirty. Sometimes it's got dirt on it, depending on how it was sourced, but it can be dirty and then it's handled by hands. So you give it a wash, just like that. Or like that, however you think is best for you. See, I don't know, you can't really see the water, but it looks a bit foggy, not too clear, and that's just the dirt. So I'm going, in this instant, I'm going to be washing my peas twice. So now that my peas is nicely washed, I'm not going to be cooking them straight away. You can if you want to, but if you want, you can do it like me. It makes it easier as well. So this is my peas, and if you've noticed, I've filled up the bowl with water, with cold water. What I'm also going to do, I'm going to be getting some garlic. So that's my red peas and that's my garlic inside. And I'm going to leave that to soak, like I said, overnight until tomorrow. Stay tuned. Okay, so now I'm going to be doing my oxtail. That's my oxtail right there. And I'm going to be washing my oxtail with some lemon and also some vinegar. Okay, I am back. I'll show you the seasoning that I'm going to be using. So on my oxtail, I'm going to be using some all-purpose seasoning, some Jamaican all-purpose seasoning, and I'll be using 1 tablespoon of this. I'm also going to be putting some Jamaican jerk seasoning, dry jerk seasoning that is, and that will give it a little bit of a kick. If you love your food spicy, then you can try this recipe. You can try the recipe even if you don't love your food spicy. You can just choose not to put the jerk seasoning. I'm putting a little bit of basil. And that's dry basil. A little bit of oregano. That's probably like a teaspoon each. I'm going to be putting in some parsley, a teaspoon. And the parsley, the oregano, and the basil are optional. You don't have to use them. But I like to use them because I find that they give my food a lovely flavor whenever I use them. So as well as my Jamaican seasoning, I like to add these dry seasoning, these dry herbs to my food because I find that it gives it a lovely flavor, like I said. So again, it's down to personal preference and what you like. You don't have to put them if you don't want to. It's optional. But like I said, I use them because it makes my food flavorful and lovely. I'm also going to be adding to this some of my wet seasoning. Yeah. And if you go back to my video, my previous video, you would have seen where I made it up. Like, you would have seen me make this seasoning in my previous video. So I'm going to be using 3 spoons of my wet seasoning. I'm also going to be adding some fresh onion, 1 fresh onion, some fresh thyme, and some Scotch bonnet pepper, and a few cloves of garlic that I've cut up. Yeah, I'm going to be adding all of that. I'm going to get my spoon and I'm going to mix that all in. Okay, so this is my oxtail. I've finished seasoning, and it's good whenever you're cooking Jamaican food. Let me just say Jamaican food because I'm not anything else but Jamaican. So let me just speak for Jamaican and just speak what I know. So whenever you're cooking Jamaican food, it tastes the sweetest, guys, if you marinate your meat from overnight or a day or 2 before you're gonna cook it. So like I said, this video is being pre-recorded. It's Saturday. Today is Saturday, and I'm doing all of this today in preparation for tomorrow's Sunday dinner. Yeah, so this is my oxtail. It's nicely seasoned. Now I'm gonna cover this with some saran wrap, and then I'm gonna put it in the fridge and leave it there for tomorrow. So this is my prep for my oxtail and my red peas that I showed you as well earlier in the video. So stay tuned. Okay, good morning. I am back and I'm showing you my peas. Hold on, let me get a spoon. Yeah, I'm showing you my peas that I said I was gonna soak from yesterday, which was Saturday. Today is Sunday, and this is what my peas look like. And if you can see, they have swollen. Yeah, so they've sucked up the water and they look nice and tender. So that means they're not gonna take too long to cook. Do you see that one has got a split on it? Yeah, so that's how you cook your authentic rice and peas. You soak the peas, wash the peas and soak the peas from overnight. It's optional, you don't have to do that, but if you want to save time while cooking, this is one of the best methods and one of the best ways to do it. Yeah, so I'm going to add this to my pressure cooker and I'm going to pressure it for 5 minutes because I want it to cook quickly so I can just cook my food very quick. I don't want to be waiting around. So stay tuned and I'll show you. Yeah, so here I've got my peas in the bowl, and as you can see, the water is red in color, and that's just from the natural color of the peas. But that's what you want when you're cooking rice and peas. You want it to be red. Add a little bit more water, and then I'm going to turn on my pressure cooker. I'm doing it in my air fryer, so I'm going to turn it on the pressure cooker setting, and I'm going to pressure my peas for 5 minutes, and I'll come back and let you see the next step. Stay tuned. Give the video a like, please. Thank you. So while my peas is being pressured, I've got my rice here. I've got 4 cups of rice, and I'm going to wash my rice about 3 times until the water looks a bit clear. Yeah? So I'm going to give my rice a wash and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So once my peas is cooking, while my peas is cooking, I've got my frying pan. I'm going to be adding some oil to my frying pan. Yeah? And then I'm going to be searing. And then I'm going to be searing off my oxtail. Yeah? So you do this with your oxtail to lock in the flavor. Yeah? So you put your oxtails in your frying pan and you lock in the juice by doing this. So see how it is? So not too brown, And then you just turn them over. So I'll be turning them all over just so they can seal on the other side. And then once they seal on the other side, then I'll come back and I'll show you the next step. So I'm going to be doing this for all of my oxtail. I'm going to give them like a minute or two on each side, and then I'll turn them over and I'll come back and show you the next step that I'm at. Stay tuned. Please give the video a like. Okay, whilst my oxtail is sealing off in the frying pan, I'm going to be checking on my peas. My peas has been pressuring for 5 minutes. I'm going to check on my peas. And you can see how red the water is. And that's what you want. When you're cooking authentic Jamaican rice and peas, the water is meant to be red. If the water is not red, then I don't know what you did wrong. So that's my peas. My hands are clean. I'm going to show you. Nice and cooked. Yeah? And that was just 5 minutes. So because I soaked my peas from overnight, yeah, it made the process way easier. So like I said, if you want to do that, you can do that. If you want to cut time. So now that my peas is cooked, I'm going to be transferring it to the pot to finish off my rice and peas on the stove. Stay tuned for the next stage. Thank you for watching, guys. Give the video a like, please. So after searing off the oxtail, guys, I'm going to be adding it to my pressure cooker. And I'm going to pressure it for 10 minutes. Yeah? See how it's looking? Nice and golden. That's what you want. And I'm going to be pressuring that for 10 minutes, guys. I'm also going to be adding in the seasoning that I used to season it from yesterday, which was Saturday. I'm going to add that in while it's pressuring, and that will give it lots of added flavor. Yeah? I'm going to put a little bit of water with that, and I'm going to pressure my oxtail for 10 minutes. Stay tuned and I'll come right back and show you the next step. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a like. If you've not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. Also, you can share my video to your family, loved ones and friends. Help me to reach 500 subscribers. Thank you, guys. And for those of you that's been subscribed already, thank you for always coming back to my channel. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you. Thank you, guys. Give the video a like, please. So I've added the water to the bowl that the oxtail was in, and I'm going to just give it a swirl, and then I'm just going to pour that in. Yeah? So I've given it a swirl. That will get the excess seasoning, and then I just pour that onto my oxtail. And then I'm going to cover this and leave it to pressure, like I said, for 10 minutes. And I'll be right back. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. Okay, so here on my stove, I've got my rice and peas that I've got my red peas that I've transferred to the pot on the stove. And I am going to be adding my coconut milk. Usually, you would put the fresh coconut. Yeah, that's how you cook authentic Jamaican rice and peas. Today, I don't have the time. I don't have fresh coconut at home, and I don't have the time. So you can use a substitute. You can use this one. You can use the coconut milk in the tin. You can use the powdered version. So whichever one that's convenient and that's in your reach at the time, you can use it. So this is the one I'm going to be using today because this is the one I have. It doesn't really make much of a difference. It's still from the coconut. It's, you know, it says pure cream coconut. So this is what I'm going to be using. And I like this one because it's got a few bits of the coconut pieces inside. And I find that it gives your rice and peas a nice authentic flavor. So this is the one I'll be using today. Okay, stay tuned. I'm going to put this in the pot and then I'm going to come right back. Thank you for watching, guys. And because I'm making a full pot of rice and peas, as you can see, I'm going to be using all of this pouch. Yeah? So just pour it in like so. Okay. So I left my coconut milk to cook for at least 5 minutes. Yeah? And I feel like you need to do that, because if you don't know how you're cooking with coconut milk, you can have diarrhea, guys. So I let my coconut milk cook, and now I'm going to be adding 1 Scotch bonnet pepper, some ginger that I've semi-crushed, some scallion, aka spring onion, and some fresh thyme. Yeah? And all of this is what you put in your rice and peas to flavor your rice and peas. I'm also going to be adding some all-purpose seasoning. Yeah? And I like to season my rice and peas. Some people don't do this, but that's just down to personal preference. But I like to season my rice and peas. I find that it's got a nicer taste when I do that. And anyway, that's how I grew up in Jamaica. That's how I saw my dad doing or my nan doing. That's what they used to do. So that's how I know how to cook rice and peas. Give the video a like, please. I'm also adding a little bit of black pepper. And I'm going to be adding about a tablespoon of cooking oil. The cooking oil helps to loosen the rice grains. Yeah? I've seen my nan do this when I was growing up. So I just keep the tradition alive, and that's what I do. To my rice and peas, I add to my rice and peas a tablespoon of demerara sugar, cane sugar, and that's just optional. That's just personal choice. Yeah? And I add that, and that blends in with all the nice spices and seasoning and all the flavors, and it gives it a wonderful flavor and a wonderful taste. So it's optional. You don't have to put that, but you can if you want your rice and peas to look and taste like mine. Thank you for watching. You also want to add to your rice and peas a little bit of salt for taste. Yeah? Not too much salt now, because some people can't eat salt, but you still need to add a little bit of salt to give it the taste, to bring all the flavors and all the stuff, all the spices and everything that you've put in, bring them all together. And you can see my big Scotch bonnet pepper there floating, and the green pepper, guys, give the rice and peas a nice flavor. Yeah? So I'm just going to let that simmer or bubble or boil for another 2 minutes, and then I'm going to add my rice. I'm at the stage where I'm going to be adding my rice, and this is my rice. You saw me washed it earlier, so I'm going to be adding it in. So you put your rice in, and then you get your spoon and you stir it up. You give it a nice stir, just like this. Yeah, that's it. And you're going to leave this to remain cooking, and once the water subsides, you can either cover your pot with foil paper or rinse out a plastic bag and use it to cover it, or you can use saran wrap if you've got that. Yeah, or you can use baking sheet. Doing that enables your rice to cook evenly throughout, and it will also speed up the process. Yeah, so when I get to that stage, I'll come back and I'll show you. Stay tuned. Give the video a like, please. Okay, so I'm gonna be checking on my rice and peas now. I'm gonna take off the plastic. So that's what it's looking like, nice and red. So I'm gonna take off the plastic and I'm gonna give it another minute, and then it will be finished. Okay guys, I'm gonna be seasoning my oxtail now. My oxtail is finished pressuring. Let me fix my camera. And I'm just gonna be seasoning my pot. So in this bowl, I've got some finely chopped garlic, some hot Scotch bonnet pepper, 1 carrot, I've got 1 potato, I've got 1 tomato, and I've got some sweet peppers, aka bell peppers. So I'm going to be putting that in. I'm also going to be adding some all-purpose seasoning. like a tablespoon, a teaspoon of oregano, a teaspoon and a half of parsley, a teaspoon and a half of parsley, a teaspoon of basil, and some thyme, some dried thyme, a teaspoon of dried thyme. Yeah? And that's just me seasoning my pot. You can season your pot however you like. But again, I'll reiterate, if you want your food to taste like the authentic Jamaican food, then you need to try your best to get as close to the original seasoning that I'm using, yeah, to make your food taste authentically Jamaican. It's looking nice and lovely, as you can see. So I've put in all my seasoning and spices. I'm going to be adding a pinch of salt, and then I'm going to be getting a recipient from my household to taste it, because guys, I don't eat meat, but like I said in all my videos, I can cook whatever it is that somebody else eats. So I'm going to get someone to taste it and let me know if the salt is too little and I need to add some more. So stay tuned while I come back. Okay, so the recipient has tasted and said yes, it's tasting lovely. Yes, so now I'm going to close back my lid and I'm going to pressure this for another 5 minutes, and then that's it. It's over. So I'll come right back and I'll show you how my Sunday dinner is looking. And this one is going to be called Sunday Dinner Jamaica Style. So guys, I need to put one last vital ingredient, and that's my browning. So whenever you're cooking oxtail, you use browning. Some people like to season the meat with the browning. I don't do that. I do it the original old-fashioned way by searing off my meat in the frying pan first, and then I add my browning after I've finished pressuring my oxtail. So I'm going to add my browning, give it a stir, and then I'm going to just leave it to pressure, like I said, for another 5 minutes. And then that's it. And you can do the same concept when you're cooking it on your stove. But I don't want to use my stove because the stove is going to take longer. So I'm just using my pressure cooker. Yeah? Okay. So I'm adding my browning. I'm adding 1 tablespoon of browning. Yeah? That's it. See, the color has changed. Yeah? So I'm going to cover my pressure cooker now and leave it to pressure, and I'll come right back. Thank you for watching. Okay, this is the finished dish. I am finished. So in my plate, I've got some fresh tomato, cucumber, and lettuce. I've got some steamed cabbage with a different array of vegetables inside. I've got my rice and peas. I've got my oxtail, some fried plantain, and some grilled salmon. And this is all complemented with some freshly made juice, passion fruit and carrot, with some ginger and some lemon to wash it all down. So this is how it's looking. Yeah? Jamaican Sunday dinner done my way. Yeah? Would you like a plate? Pull a chair and come on over. I'll give you a plate. I'm going to go enjoy now. Thank you for watching. Please give the video a like. And if you've not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. And if you're an old subscriber, thank you for your continued support. Thank you, guys. I'm coming back at you with some more lovely videos on Jamaican cooking, mixed with other ingredients, tweaked with different styles. Yeah, I hope you enjoy watching my video. Thank you, guys. Bye. That's it. Until next time, see you. Bye.